One of the bigger biomechanical factors of squatting when we start to get into the motion is going to be the amount of ankle dorsiflexion we have, which is the ability to bring the toes up towards the shin. As we sit down in a squat motion, we have to advance the tibia forward and maintain our center of mass and kind of promote good hip flexion and good load for the hip flexion and extension to load into the hip and drive back out of it. We have to have a good rocker at the ankle to get forward to load. So when you start building on your squat, depending on your anatomical limitations and your current level of flexibility, there's some limitation there. Sometimes we have to put some training wheels on in the beginning as we're working on some mobility if we can get some. Or if there's like a true restriction, large trauma to the ankle, plate, screws, something along those lines that is going to make it so we just can't get that motion on the ankle. Sometimes we have to accommodate a little bit, either modify our footwear or even add like a little lift as we're working out for some of our heavier load sets to just kind of improve the mechanics and build the world around you as opposed to adapt your body to the world. So whenever, I don't know, for let's just say goblet squat as I'm going in front, to sit down in the motion, I want to feel how far can I sit down and feel like I'm maintaining a nice neutral spine and maintaining my good squat form based on all the hip things that we've gone on before as far as sitting and stance with. So if we have some issues as we get down into the motion that we found out with some of our other methods, you can get a little deeper in non-weight bearing or with the posterior rocking. We then start to upgrade to help our ankles out a little bit to see, number one, does it confirm the things we've worked on before to see if it feels better. So the first thing you do is be putting in some shoes. These are just some New Balance Minimus trail runner type guys. Not a huge rise, I think it might be like 4 millimeters, something like that, but every little bit helps. So if I throw some shoes on, I feel like I can get maybe a little bit lower each time, or it feels like a little smoother tracking in my knees or a little easier to get the dive into head motion. That'll make my life a little bit easier. So if I haven't been able to work through my ankle mobility yet, or if there's a true restriction, that can be a way I can help take some wear off the rest of my body during training. Another way to kind of amp it up over, this is just like a 1x6 board, is we can elevate the heels a little bit. If we stay centered to the foot as we go up and down, we feel like we can get substantially deeper. This would be roughly analogous to the overhead squat portion of the FMS, where you put the board underneath the heels to see if it improves. So if I can set a little bit deeper into here, because I've changed the demand of how much dorsiflexion I have to put into the ankle. To get as deep, I don't have to, it goes relatively far through this ankle. I made it a little bit easier by raising the toes up. That can be partly diagnostic to say something we need to work on, or we need to pay attention to this if we're planning on going that low. So if we have some ability to gain the motion back, we want to go through our ankle mobility breakouts. Otherwise, if we have some true anatomical issues, which will probably need to be evaluated by a medical provider to assess what the potential for improvement or whether we just have to accommodate it, that's when we have to start looking into how much heel height do we need? Do we need to kind of get some shoe, like non-minimum footwear, get a little bit of a lift, or do we have to really like wash the surfaces or limit how far we go down into it in order to maintain proper mechanics?